Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today. What a night last night on SmackDown. A lot of stuff I don't really understand or comprehend. The whole Rock, turning into the Undertaker, saying he wants Cody Rhodes' soul. That's going to take a while to sink in and figure out what the hell that's all about. Does this Rock want Cody to turn heel and be like the corporate champion? Kind of like Vince and Stone Cold back in the day after WrestleMania 14. I don't really know what to think of that, but let's just talk about the front half of the announcement with The Rock saying New Orleans was going to host WrestleMania 42. As the days, kind of get closer, it honestly kind of seems like I'm going to this WrestleMania. I'm probably going to be going to this WrestleMania on my own. I'm not really sure what's going on with the tickets. But I told myself I was going to go to this WrestleMania. Win, lose, or draw. I've wanted to go to WrestleCon and meet a lot of guys before the bad thing happens. I guess you can say. Wrestling deaths have really hit me the last few ones, and it makes me realize that I'm getting older, and there's a lot of guys out there I want to meet. I haven't been to a WrestleCon or like a wrestling convention in 9 years, I believe, and I want to be able to cross a lot of guys off my list before I never have a chance to meet them. Plus, just being in the city, being able to feel the magic of WrestleMania is just going to be awesome. With it being in Las Vegas, I think that no matter if I hook up with Mike and Ryan or I'm by myself a majority of the time, I think I'll be able to find things to do to keep me occupied and not feel lonely or anything like that. I mean, I've always said that WrestleMania is a special time for people like us, that we can go to Access, we can go to WrestleCon, we can go to a show, whether if you're standing in line, whether if you're sitting at your seat. Everyone around you is a wrestling fan. You don't have to be ashamed to wear your wrestling shirt, talk your wrestling lingo. Anyone around you is going to be a fan. They might not be a fan of the same people as you are, but you should be able to have a conversation and have fun with anybody that's around you. It's like when people go to the Super Bowl by themselves to support their team. They know that once they get into their section, they're going to be able to go in there and they're going to be able to have fun and be a super fan for the day. WrestleMania going to New Orleans is freaking awesome. This is the third time in 12 years. I can't think of a span like that anywhere else. They had WrestleMania 1 in New York. WrestleMania 2 was in New York, but it was also in Los Angeles and Chicago. They did WrestleMania 10. They did WrestleMania 20. They didn't go back to the Garden. But when did they go back? WrestleMania 30, 29, 35. Those were kind of close. So that's two in only a matter of a couple of years. New York, I heard from a lot of people, it was fun. The stadium sucks. To have to go to, what's that place called? Gillette? MetLife. To go to MetLife 2 days in a row to get there and to leave doesn't sound fun. I'll tell you this, New Orleans, awesome city, great eats, great people. The way the city is laid out, very, very easy to get around. We never rented a car. We got an Uber. I don't even know if it was an Uber. I don't know if we were using Ubers in 2014. I honestly don't remember. I think the first time that Uber was ever explained to me was Dallas, WrestleMania 32. Miguel had me download the app, and then we got the coupon because your first ride, you got $10 off or something like that. that was like the first time I ever put the Uber app on my phone. But New Orleans, if you can get from the airport to your hotel, I highly suggest the Drury. That was an awesome place. It was a WrestleCon hotel. We used their discount code. That's why we stayed there in 2014. My friends, when they went back for WrestleMania 34, when they went back for WrestleMania 34, they ended up staying there again. Ronaldo at the front desk. Awesome dude. They had free breakfast. They had free drinks, free... it's like a later... you're not going to be able to eat it for dinner because it was like hot dogs and chicken tenders. But they had like a late snack if you were at the hotel that was free. They really take care of you there. But the happy hour bar... you're not going to want to like go out of your way to make sure you're there for the free drinks. But if you're there, they're there. I mean, we got in the cab to go to ROH. ROH not really being a thing. Although this year, TNA running at UNLV, that's pretty freaking cool. If I already didn't have a ticket and conflicting interest with the Major Brothers Wrestling podcast, I would have gone to that. But hey, I think that place was called like no, that's where WrestleCon was the Sugarloaf or something like that. But maybe you have to get a cab to go out there. And I'll tell you the truth, hopefully it's better now with Uber, and you get a car on your phone using the app. Getting out of that place was kind of hard. That was my only negative thing, was the WrestleMania 30 was the ROH show. Leaving it. Getting to it was pretty easy. Good seats. We all sat in one section, all like 20 of us from YouTube. And they might have been general admission seats. I don't really remember, but everybody was freaking there. But I mean, you walk out, you're 5-minute walk from Bourbon Street. You're a 5-minute walk to the Smoothie King Arena. Right next to that is the Superdome, where Wrestlemania would be. Down the street is the casino, if you wanted to use that. Around the corner from that is where they did Access at the convention center, as well as around the corner from that was WrestleCon. Easy, very easy. Great town. Drinks on the street. Everybody was happy. Good times. I mean, the Super Bowl was just there last month. Yeah. You can tell by watching a lot of those videos. The NFL loves going there. Good town. I don't think I heard any bad reviews. I'm really hoping that I can do this trip. My friends that I've made off YouTube are a big part of my life. You saw that from me going to Ravi's wedding last month. We're trying to find a way to make this work. The WrestleMania is going to be the week after Easter next year, so I shouldn't have any conflicting interest with my work saying that, hey, you got to be there to sell these hams. But one way or another, I want this trip to happen. I'm not going to force it to happen. I'm not going to end up going by myself. It's not that big of a deal, but I don't know if it's going to be 6 of us, 3 of us, whatever it's going to be, but let's go. We'll see.